This is section 10, letter E. There are 5 dreams in this segment that begins with the letter E. There are 2 dreams about an earthquake, 1 dream about the Empire State Building, 1 escaping dream, and 1 dream about an expressway. The first number in this segment is the number 1. This piece is called section 10, 1 escaping an American City dream, or S10 1ESACD. In the month of July 31st, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. I dreamt that I was observing a mentally or emotionally disturbed man, black man, who was holding a cat in his lap. As he cut the cat head off, I think he was preparing to eat the animal. This person wore a thin, long sleeve, grayish jacket. I could not see his face because he held his face towards the cat he held in his lap. This disturbed person beheaded the animal outside while he sat upon a thin garbage can. It was daytime and the mentally ill man sat alone. Then the next thing that took place inside my dream was now I found myself in a building with different kind of people from different parts of town. I saw mostly black people and 1 Puerto Rican young woman who reminded me of a Puerto Rican female co-worker I worked with some times ago. This woman was somewhat out of her mind. She kept telling me she loved me and that it will be her last chance to kiss me. She held me and slowly kissed me. I could not stop her from kissing me because my mind was not really on her, but my mind was on the room I was in and why there were so many people who were strangers to one another crammed up in this apartment building. After the Puerto Rican girl kissed me, I then looked down at her hands and I spotted her left hand was gone. It looked as though her left hand was smashed off. There were no blood leaking from her left wrist. Next, I turned to my right because I heard someone say something. It was an elderly looking white man who was wearing a gray suit or a gray raincoat. He was still speaking at me, but I could not understand him because it appeared that he might have been talking to himself or he might have been thinking out loud to himself. I could not sense what was really going on or what had just happened that brought everyone here inside this building that looked once lived in by an apartment owner. Then my attention fell upon a black couple. There was a tall, heavy-set black man who wore a pair of dark glasses, and he was with his heavy-set, short black wife or girlfriend. I also believe the black man and the black woman had a little kid with them. They were all in good spirits and they were all speaking to each other. The black woman wore a long, dark colored dress that had flowers on them, and her hair was black and curly. The black man was moving a plastic large container that contained food and clothing, I believe. The lady had 2 or 3 plastic cartons stacked up on each other. The cartons were see-through. I spotted boxes of food in the containers. They were saying that they were going nowhere since they had just bought all these things. Now I felt that the other people and I was inside the black couple apartment. It also felt as if this apartment was high up, maybe on the top floor of this building. Then someone said, "We better go." The black man with the glasses walked towards a window or a skylight that was in the ceiling, and he looked up into the skylight. I also looked up into the skylight with him, and we both seen a very long, arm-like string of white smoke that almost looked like a cloud. And I have a drawing of what we seen in the skylight. It looked like this. Okay, this is the skylight, and this was what we seen. It was like a long wisp of smoke, and it was very long, looked like a cloud. And somebody mentioned that we better go, and I guess the person that said that has seen this through the skylight. So the black guy and I, we also seen this through the skylight that was in the ceiling. The black man and his girlfriend immediately left their apartment. The last things I witnessed inside this dream was now the black man and his girlfriend, possibly a kid with them, were now out of the city, and they were in a kind of woods. They were stationed high in a tree. They could have been in Prospect Park here in Brooklyn. Okay, like I said, with the kid with them, they were now out of the city, and they were in a kind of woods. They were stationed high in a tree. I believe this tree was around a long fence where they use towels to wrap around the fence before them to attempt to patch up empty spaces around them. I also believe they had only brought one of the plastic containers that contained food, and they left the other containers that had food and clothing and the other 2 or 3 containers that were in the apartment. Lastly, I witnessed white men who looked like hillbillies. They were up in age. It was pretty old. One of them was yelling at the other to quickly come out of the wooden home they were staying in because the house was starting to collapse. Then I woke up. The next number in this piece is the number 2. This piece is called Section 10, One Empire State Building Dream, or S10-1 EMSD. In the month of August 21st, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I had a light dream. I dreamt that I was outside in Manhattan, New York. It was somewhat gray out. I stood between 2 tall buildings. The building to my left, which I could not really see how tall it was, but it was taller than me, of course. Then I spotted a tall white man in front of the building to my left. I was unable to see his face, but I did notice he had white, long hair. Then I see then I believe I see a person try to climb the wall of that building. Somebody was trying to climb the wall of that building. Then I quickly turned around, and I was facing now the Empire State Building. And I squatted down, and I playfully attempted to lift up the Empire State Building. And then I said to myself, wow, I can lift up the Empire State Building. And this was the first time in my dream that I believe I actually touched the Empire State Building. And there's more to this dream, which I will speak about in Parrish Future Prophecy, letter E.